my beautiful Leos. I hope you've been looking after yourself. And so, welcome to your June 2025 general reading. Okay, so as you know, my name is Linda. I'm from Australia, and I always love to hear where you're from when it comes to your comments. We're going to have a look, Leo, at your general energies for June. We'll ask Spirit for some guidance for you there. We'll also have a look at your relationships, your friendships, those you interact with. And of course, we'll have a look at your finance and your career for June 2025. And so let's get started, shall we? As you know, the one thing we always do, we always ask for one card from this beautiful angels, gods, and goddesses deck. We do this with all the readings we do because this deck has some beautiful, beautiful messages, and we ask for one card. And Spirit picks it, of course, for you. I do usually cut because it's a very heavy, thick deck, so I normally cut and Spirit choose it on your behalf. And we read this at the end of the reading. We actually look at it then and see, what else Spirit wants to say to you. And I don't look at it. I just pop it to one side over here, and we'll have a look and see what they want to say to you for the month of June, or generally whatever's going on in your life at the moment. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's get stuck into it. And so I've got one of those mornings where I'm sneezing a bit. And here we go. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, Leo. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I'm a sneezer, unfortunately. Not every day, but yeah, it just depends on, I have a lot of beautiful trees and land around me here. It's gorgeous. But occasionally, the wind comes up and, yeah, you get a bit of dust and things. One's already thrown itself out. So, oh, Leo, it's your card. Look at that. Oh, it's Spirit threw that out for you straight away. Hey, that's the general energy. This is going to be a very fortuitous month for you. Hey, there's no doubt about that. No doubt about it. This is wonderful for you to start off with this general energy for your June 2025 reading, Leo. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Get these out of the way. We'll use those in a moment. Okay, we've got the 10 and the 5 of Wands. We have the 4 of Cups and we have the 9 of Pentacles. Well, we've got some pretty good energy here, haven't we? We've got a bit of fire. Look, talking about your career, what you do for a living. Family, of course, comes under that umbrella of the Wands, as you know. The 4 of Cups, well, this is all about, this is about your feelings, your emotions, what's going on, what could be stirring you up during the month of June. And of course, then we have the Nine of Pentacles as well. That's a really good outcome, isn't it? But to have the sun in our energies for June, Leo, this is all about you now concentrating and fixating on what it is you really, really want. It's also about having the confidence to fly like an eagle, even though you're a lion. The Spirit is saying, this is the time. He's saying that now is the time. Now is the time for you to put everything else aside. They'd like you to put everything else aside. In the month of June, Spirit is saying to you, it is time for you now to focus on what you want and you. It's possible, some of you, not all of you, because as we said, this is a general reading. It's very possible some of you, a Spirit is saying, have been carrying others and maybe carrying the burdens of others. And so now is the time for you to gracefully and kindly detach a step aside from that and start to focus on what you want. I get this energy, this feeling that you're a little bit exhausted from the worries of others, really, from the burdens of others, even, Leo. And look, we all go through that, don't we? Because we have children and family and friends and so on. And well, it'll be interesting to see what Spirit says about your relationships. But this is a beautiful message. This is an opportunity for you now to start sowing the seed, be, creating, nurturing, looking after what it is you want, starting something new, putting your plans into place, um, being taking action, getting motivated. This is the time to pick yourself up now and to start building what it is that you want and have the confidence to do that. So when we look at the beginning of June, we see that we've got the 10 of Wands here. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes we do have too much on our plate. Sometimes we do, and we have to decide which way we want to go. I see you very much. You've been weighing things up for a while here, and feeling, you're carrying all of the burdens. This is actually confirming what Spirit's just said to you, Leo, that maybe you've been carrying too many burdens, but you're nearly there. This is about you nearly being there. This is about the things you've been going through. This is about all the hardships and the difficulties and this is you bringing home your crops, so to speak. You could have been working really hard, and now you're finally getting to where you want to go in the right of way. He's coming home out of the field. He's carrying his wands in a very awkward way. He's not looking where he's going. He's not seeing the future. He's not really looking at that. He's only concentrating on now, on the difficulties of now. He's not seeing the opportunities ahead. And the sun is saying to you, Leo, there's a lot of opportunities ahead for you. So you're nearly there. And so these difficult times are coming to a closure now. And this could be your health. This could be your career. This could be relationships. It could be anything and everything that's going on in your life, Leo, where you have been carrying some burdens. And now it's finally, slowly coming to an end. Okay, now if it's your health, it's nice to see that this is finally, and when Spirit says you're coming to an end, he's saying recovery. This is not you coming to an end on this plane. This is recovery, a recovery. This is, it can be about stress. It can be about your health. But there's some good stuff here. There's some really good, and at the end of the month, you're going to be very, very happy. So during June, I'm feeling that some of you, not all of you, there is a procedure that could be taking place for your health when it comes to your health. It's going to be very, very successful. And so we don't have Mercury in retrograde through June because that's not a good time. If you have a Mercury in retrograde, you usually don't want to have surgery. But no, June's a pretty good month. So if there's any of you having any sort of seizure, no matter how big or small, Spirit is saying be confident, have confidence, because he's saying you are in good hands. Okay, I hope that helps. So then we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, again, this is a little bit of conflict. Sometimes it's having to stand up for ourselves. Sometimes it's having to stand our ground on something. And if you are thinking of having a procedure and somebody's saying to you, "Oh, look, no, don't do that," and you feel, Leo, that it's the right thing to do, then you might need to stand your ground on that. This is also about, generally just having to compete maybe with others in a situation. This could be your work, this could be family. There is this energy maybe at the beginning, more like in the beginning to the middle of June, where there may be some things that need to be sorted out. And then maybe you need to then, as my guide said at the beginning, maybe you need to allow yourself to detach from that then, especially if you feel that there's no more you can do, and step into this beautiful energy of the sun, which is, you creating a wonderful future for yourself. And so Spirit is saying this month, Leo, it's time to bring the difficulties of others to a closure. I get this really strong message about uh, you've done all you can. And if you, and Spirit is asking you, if you cannot allow yourself to stay in that energy, that then you'd be better off. What he's pointing out is this: we can't change others. We can't change people. And so if you're in a situation, some of you Leos, where, there are people who are just, they're very, dramatic, or drama queens, as they call them, and always, burdening you with their problems, and so on and so forth, and dragging you in. Spirit is saying, this is the month, this is the time when you stand your ground and say, no, you know what? I'm going to leave you all to it, because I've got things I need to do for me. That's the best way Spirit is asking me to put it to you. So, because we have the Four of Cups, and if he's sitting under that tree in the right of way, he sits under the tree. We will be using the right of way soon for your relationship and so on reading. And he's being made an offer of some kind, some sort of a gesture is being made. And he's sitting under this tree, Leo, and he's got his arms crossed, and it's like, no, he's not interested. And sometimes we can get a little bit too stubborn. Sometimes we can not see that maybe this is the opportunity that could work, because he's also got three cups in front of him, hasn't he? And those cups are just sitting there. And he's been concentrating and working on that for quite some time, but it just hasn't gone his way. Now he's like, I don't know that I want to do this again, or I don't want to do this anymore. That when we look at your relationship reading here, when we come to that next, we'll have a look and see what Spirit wants to say to you about that, because this can also be somebody making an offer of some kind. It can be a love offer, it can be a relationship offer, it can be an offer to heal something, or to put something to rest. Or it can also be maybe somebody wants to reconnect with you, or they come and to you and say, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you and all this. And you're saying, no, look, I've had enough. I've had enough of that. I just don't want it anymore. That could also be the scenario here. But we don't want to miss out on opportunities either, Leo. And so it's very possible for some of us that this could also be something being offered that could turn into something better. It is very possible that we can add this to the other three cups. It's something we can put in and add to and build on. It's very, very possible that that is also sitting here for some of you. And so what Spirit is saying to you is that don't ignore the opportunity, because this is some form of an offer. Don't ignore it. What he's saying is it's okay to look into it. You don't have to. You don't have to commit now. You don't have to commit straight away. Just look into it, and then you can decide. Okay? Because we have that you're sitting. These two are sitting next to each other. We have the sun. And so we don't want to miss, we've got the sun is all about brilliant ideas that lead to success, happy outcomes, being confident. And so look at, yes, do as Spirit asks. You won't be committing to it fully, but you will be looking into it, okay? Now, so we also have through the month, we're going to be also feeling pretty happy with ourselves. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about now feeling that you've accomplished a great deal. This is feeling happy with yourself. This is feeling by the end of June, you would have gone through all of this, and finally things have started to change where you are feeling different within yourself, and you're feeling pretty happy with yourself and what you've accomplished. So this is a month of accomplishment. This is a month of starting something or building on something. No matter the difficulties that are there, those difficulties are going to come to an end. This is you now looking back through the previous few weeks, days, or whatever, and saying, gosh, you know what? I'm feeling pretty happy with the way that things are turning out, which is a nice message, isn't it? So, Leo, we're going to ask Spirit now to give us some guidance when it comes to your relationships. Now, this is your friendships, your career, work relationships, family, love, if they want to bring it out. And we just see what Spirit wants to say to you in regard to that. So we'll make some room here. Looks to me like it's going to turn out to be a really good month here, Leo. Especially with this Sun card, it is a major arcana. It's the only major arcana sitting here on the table, and at the moment anyway, when it comes to your overall energy. So I feel that even though the beginning of June may be a little bit wonky, a little bit up and down, as the month progresses, new doors could possibly be opening for many of you, giving you a chance to show people what you're really made of and to shine your light. Okay, so it's going to be a really good month, I think, for that. And also, my guide is saying that for some of you, that you're going to, at last, you're going to get the recognition that you deserve when it comes to the efforts that you've been putting in. Well, that's nice to know, isn't it? We all need that. Okay, so now we'd like to ask, please. So we're looking now at the relationship side of Leo for the month, please. So could we just get 3 or 4 cards just to let us know what to expect? Thank you. So let's have a look, shall we? Oh, look at this. So we have the world. Oh, wow. That's good. This is upside down. I don't do reversals. I only do. Okay. Oh, we've got a repeat here now, so that's okay. So we've got the Nine of Wands. So this is you accomplishing and coming out on top and finally, winning that. Yeah, and we do have the relationship, which of course is about decisions and things working out really well. And we do have a victory card. So this is wonderful. These are mainly wands. So wands, we are talking about your relationships. However, the messages are being related to you through a couple of the wands cards here, but we do have the Two of Cups. And so Spirit has brought out a relationship, a friendship and a relationship and what I'm picking up with that is cooperation. The first thing I'm getting is cooperation. It's very possible that some of you have been going through some rather difficult situations when it comes to relationships, not necessarily love, because wands do represent what we do for a living, our careers and our works. So it is very possible that you have been going through a little bit of difficulty when it comes to those that you work with each through the day, or you connect with. So we have a message here about what Spirit is saying here with this Nine of Wands. You finally, he's saying you made it. You've made it. You made it. You got through that difficulty by standing your ground and by believing in yourself and believing what it is you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to create, and also what you believe in, your beliefs. You've been working really, really hard. The Spirit is saying you put a lot of effort into what you've been trying to create. This could be, this we are talking about relationships, so I feel you have been putting in a lot of effort when it comes to those around you. And you seem to have come out a winner on this, but I don't feel it's been easy. I feel it's been a little bit of a battle, actually. And it's very possible that, because we've got the world, the world does represent things coming back from the past sometimes, things repeating, things going around and around in circles. And maybe you have been feeling that you have been going around in circles when it comes to some relationships. Not necessarily, as we said, it could be all sorts of relationships, could be family, friends, and so on. It's people that you've been interacting with. And so it is very possible that the beginning of June, coming through from May, just said much. I feel spirit meant to say that. I feel this is something that's been going on for a few months with some of you, where you've been going around in circles with some people. And that makes sense when it comes to this Five of Wands, this struggle and having to compete with people or bantering backwards and forwards, or people making you feel like, bothersome details and getting in the way of your growth, getting in the way of things. And so when we're looking at the end of the month, we're looking at victory. We are seeing victory here. You coming out on top, being recognised, and winning the battle, so to speak. And this is a beautiful card when it comes to work relationships, career relationships, business relationships as well. If you're in your own business and so on, you might have been going around in circles, especially if you're negotiating with people, things like that. But the world is also about opportunity. The world card also represents opportunity. And so even though things may have been going around in circles, the opportunity is still here because the sun is here, so there's still opportunity here. The world card isn't like the sun; it's a major arcana. So June is very important for you, Leo. It's very important for you to really look into the opportunities that are around you. Even if you think, Spirit is saying you may think that they could be too difficult. That you could be thinking, oh, I don't know whether I could do that or whether or not that would work. The Spirit is saying, well, please look into any opportunity or any offer of any kind that comes up this month, because doors are doors are opening. Doors are opening, and we don't want to miss out. We don't want to not go through that door and just peek through and have a look at what could come out of it. Let's put it that way. We do have the Two of Cups. So this is a loving relationship. It is also about a decision, but it's very much sitting here amidst two very unusual stories. Some of you have been going through a bit of difficulty with your relationship. It's obvious, and again, it's like you've been going around in circles. It also could be a relationship coming back from the past, because that can also be the wheel. The wheel of fortune is not here, but the world is still showing us. It's round, and things go round and around, don't they? And it's very possible that for some of you, this does say to us that you could have been going through some form of negotiation or difficulty when it comes to a partnership of some kind. But we have the victory card. So this is saying that things are actually going to turn out okay. They are going to turn out okay. And you need to stay on top of things now. This is interesting, because I've got the Five of Wands again, and I've also got the Seven of Wands. This is quite interesting, because this is saying to me again that you've definitely this month you definitely need to stand your ground. Okay, you need to stand your ground. There could be some competition going on around you. Could be could be a bit of conflict with others. It's very possible. These are the same card. It's very possible there is conflict going on around you. Could be a love relationship. We are talking about relationships here. And you are being asked to stay on top of it. And also, this is saying to you, this is you now staying on top of it. This is you actually showing your strength. So this month, in any sort of conflicts, Leo, when it comes to relationships, no matter who they are, where they are, whatever, any sort of relationships in your life, you're going to come out on top. We've got the victory card, and we've also got the Seven of Wands, which is two very, very powerful messages of you coming out on top of this. So please stand your ground, stick to your guns, be confident that everything is going to turn out all right. The outcome, even though there is conflict here, the outcome is a celebration. And the celebration and the victory card is telling me, Leo, that everything is going to be okay, but it's going to take its toll on you. It could take its toll on you emotionally, because I feel that this is a heavy month for relationships and sorting things out. And we do go through these times, don't we? But the fact that we have got the victory card and the sun and so on tells me that even though it's difficult, just hang in there this month. And look, if you need some time out, take some time out, because this is just taking your time, just stepping aside, focusing and reevaluating everything. Just take your time with your decisions, your thoughts, and your beliefs, and you will make all the right choices. It's also about not rushing in. Don't rush in. Don't feel as if emotionally you need to rush in on something. That's not necessary. Just stay on top of things and just know that you have got a wonderful outcome. This is victory. These people haven't been afraid to walk through that archway, so to speak, and look at the outcome. This is a celebration, a real celebration. This can also be, celebrating a wedding. This month you might hear of a wedding. You might decide to get engaged. It's very possible. We're talking relationship. But what I do see when it comes to friends, workmates, there's a little bit of a battle going on here and there. Um, But you do need to stand your ground and stick to your guns. If you need some time out, then take some time out to go over this. Um, Try very hard to stay on top of things and stand your ground, stick to your guns, especially your belief systems this month, Leo. That's rather interesting. Okay, now I'm going to ask um, about your finances. Just going to ask Spirit for a little bit of guidance with my Oracle deck. When it comes to your finances. I will just ask to, she wants me to, so we're talking about finances. So, sorry, finances. I'll leave those sitting there. Okay. Okay. So, what do we have here? And so, you need to be patient at the moment. It's obvious that there are some things going on at the moment for you, Leo. There's a little bit of conflict going on here at the moment when it comes to your money, your career, and your finances. And that could also have something to do with some of these difficulties that you're going through when it comes to relationships, career, and people, and so on. And you are being asked to be patient and not to rush in. So just take your time here. Don't rush in on a decision that you are trying to make. Don't forget that the overall energy of this month is the sun. Well, let's not forget the power of that card and also the world. Let's not forget that these are sitting in June. And look, I know that there are some issues going on around you. However, spirits say, look, just be patient. Just be patient at the moment, okay? Especially when it comes to your finances. Look, we do have the four-leaf clover. We do have the four-leaf clover. Now, some of you, not all of you, could be in a situation when it comes to your finances. You could be dealing with some paperwork that is legal. It could be a will, it could be a divorce papers, it could be anything like that. And this month you could be going through that. And there seems to be, for some of you, not all of you, but there is a female energy here. Okay, so even if you're a female, it could be a mother, a sister, whatever, but we do have this as an oracle deck and it does have people in it. And I use it for, for finances sometimes relationships, because we do have people in our lives, don't we? And also we do have the children card and the family card here. So this says to me that when it comes to your finances, there's an awful lot going on in relation to family for some of you. And you are being asked to get busy, get motivated, get going. Okay, you need to get motivated here. You need to get moving. And we have got this, this situation, and maybe you need to free yourself and release yourself. You need to get motivated on being able to open that cage and fly out of that cage. The outcome is all of your wishes coming true, and we do have a contract involved in that too. And this is also about commitment, marriage contract, and we've got the timeout card, which is also just confirming the need for you to have a bit of a break, take some time out emotionally and mentally to have a bit of a break when it comes to all your worries and so on when it comes to your finances. So it looks to me like there's some big changes coming up for you, Leo, and look, honestly, they're huge. So what we have here is this. We have the butterfly coming in. This is the big changes, transitions, transformations. This is big changes and opportunities coming for you in your financial situation. Okay. We also have the new beginnings and a fresh start. So very many of you, this sun card could be saying to you that there are lots of opportunities coming, and if you're thinking of taking that step, then these opportunities are going to be long-term success. This is also, about your own business. You could be thinking about going into your own business. You could be going into business with a family member or whatever. There's an awful lot of success around this. If you are thinking of doing that, if you're questioning something, Spirit is saying yes. And so next to this new business, an opportunity for your own business. If you're contemplating going into your own business and you're a little bit nervous, but you're hoping it's going to be a whole new beginning and a fresh start, you are on the right track, Leo. There's no doubt about that. And, look at the success here. This big success here. Lots and lots of success when it comes to your career. Now, you and your general financial situation. And look, we do have the plane. And so the plane does represent maybe you moving on, moving up. Some of you may be thinking of moving interstate or overseas or moving away, moving to a new area to start your business or the home card isn't here, but that doesn't mean to say that the home card isn't involved, because this is the home card. So some of you this month, this could be the time for you to start now to see if you can't buy your own home or move or sell or buy another place or sell. This is a lot of money involved also around your home as well. So there's some very big changes coming. Over the next couple of years, even the opportunities that are around you now, this is not a short-term card. It's the only card in this Oracle deck that's a 2-year card. It's long-term. And the changes that are coming now are the next 3 to 5 months. So there's some amazing stuff here when it comes to your finances, Leo. But some of you could be some of you could be in a legal situation. It could, as I say, it could be a will, it could be documentation from your work, whatever, because, we do have a few difficulties there, but we also have a victory. So remember that, to stay on top of things. There could be a little bit of competition going on. Don't give up. You just continuously stand your ground, speak your truth, stick to your guns. This is about us speaking our truth as well. This is weighing things up. And so for some of you, there is family. There's family here. We have the children, we have the family, and we have this beautiful lady. This lady here does represent the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords, she's a pretty smart cookie. She's very switched on. She knows what she's doing. And so this is about you now, realizing that you have the right attitude. Stay focused, stay committed to what it is you're working on when it comes to your financial situation in June. Look, your finances are looking pretty good, Leo. Your finances are looking really, really good. And so I'm going to just ask Spirit about this plane, okay, about the plane, moving forward and moving on. Some of you could be thinking of, moving or even, my guide is saying, importing or exporting. You could be with other countries, because we do have the world card sitting here. Some of you could be doing that. Some of you could be traveling overseas or thinking of negotiating overseas. If you are thinking of that, the motivational card did fall next to the world card. It did fall there. So you are being asked very much, to, if that is the case, to get motivated on that because you're definitely on the right track. I'll just have a look and ask, please, about the plane. I'll just get one, if I could. I'll just get one. I'm clearly going to be dealing with a male. Oh, this is also so. When it comes to your finances, we have the plane, we have a male, the counterpart to the. This is the Emperor and the Empress, and look, we have love here. So we have this beautiful love card sitting there when it comes to the plane. So are you thinking of moving um, away from your love? Are you thinking of moving towards a love? But there's love there, yes. And the final outcome for you is the death card. And this is all about new beginnings. This is all about fresh starts. This is about a whole new life. This is a beautiful card. This is hitting the reset button. This is all the negative and bad stuff coming to an end. And now the whole new world opening up for you, Leo. So this is a good card. It is really the death card is the death of the bad and the opening of the new. And this is this is a time for you now to be creative and what it is you want to. What is it that you really want to create here? Because here's the opportunity to close off from the things that no longer serve you, Leo, and move ahead, move on towards a whole new beginning. This is the big month for you, Leo, very big month. And, we have your family here, we have the children, we have family, we have success, we have all your wishes coming true. We do have the home card here as well, around your finances. There's nothing negative here on the table about your finances, nothing negative at all. Nothing bad going on. It's all good stuff. You are being asked to be patient. Remember, be patient. Be patient, but there's big opportunities here. There's big opportunity. And there was opportunity here. Remember, there was opportunity here in the Four of Cups. There was an opportunity. And he wasn't sure if he wanted to take it on. And Spirit said, look into it. There's no harm to look into it. Don't forget what Leo said. Spirit said to the beginning of the reading, Leo, with the first section of energy. Don't miss out on anything. Look into things. It's okay to do that. And you don't have to commit. You can just say, okay, I'll check it out, so to speak. But your finances are brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and big opportunities. Some of you who, for your business, when it comes to your business, there's big opportunities coming over the next couple of years. For some of you, you could be dealing with overseas, even interstate. You could be doing that where you're negotiating. There's an awful lot of success here. Lots and lots of success and recognition too. So that's really lovely to see. So Leo, let's have a look and see what Spirit has given you when it comes to the messages from the Angels, Gods and Goddesses deck. And it says, this is the Goddess of the Shadows, which is a rather interesting message. I'll read it out to you. This is from the Angels, Gods and Goddesses deck. So the Goddess of Shadows, see what she wants to say to us. Okay, so number 57. Let's have a look, shall we? 57. Okay. So Leo, this is what Spirit, this is what the Goddess of Shadows wants to say to you. This is what Spirit's chosen for you for June 2025. Realize that any perceptions or beliefs you have about yourself or others is actually a deception more than it is a perception. When you perceive to be your dark side or shadow self holds a hidden treasure. What you perceive to be your dark side or shadow self actually holds a hidden treasure. As humans, we rarely see the full picture in any situation because we are forever stuck in the illusion of good and bad. You judge your positive and negative qualities and strive to be more of what you perceive to be positive while attempting to disown or neglect those aspects which you consider to be negative. By holding this belief, you fail to realize that all serves a purpose and that all benefits you in some way. So, this is your yin and yang, your chi. Everything in our world is made up of positive and negative charges, which together make a whole. You have been guided to choose this card by your soul because you are ready to move to the next level of conscious awareness, Leo. Over the coming months, you will find yourself questioning many of your long held beliefs, and you will realize that many of them are simply illusions that only serve to keep you feeling small, inadequate, or restricted. This card heralds the start of a wondrous and empowering period of your life, which brings to the surface many beautiful experiences and opportunities which in the past you never thought possible. Now, that last paragraph there, that actually confirms the big opportunities coming your way, doesn't it? Big opportunity coming for you to be able to make some really, really big decisions, opportunity, and change, new beginnings and a fresh start. That's a lovely message, isn't it, Leo? Beautiful message. So I hope that this guidance today from the spirit realm has helped you in some way, Leo. If you'd like to give us a like, it does help the channel. And if you would like to subscribe, well, that's wonderful because then you'll receive notifications of all the work that we do throughout the month. Where are you from? I'm Linda from Australia. Where are you from? When you do send me comments, as you know, those of you who do, I respond to you very quickly. So I check my comments every morning. I go through them very early in the morning and I get up and while I'm having my cup of tea to wake me up. And I just give you a little tick, usually a thumbs up and a little heart. And sometimes I'll also give you a comment as well. So thank you, Leo, for being with us today. And we look forward to catching up with you again in the future. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.